Hey ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Redolessence, and I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. And I have one of my closest friends here with me today.
What's up?
Carlos from the channel Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. I'm going to leave his information down below. And today I'm very proud and happy to be able to review a mainstay, and this is a fragrance that has been around for a long time now. It's from the house of Calvin Klein. This one is called Eternity, so stay tuned. So it seems like this fragrance has been around for an eternity.
I was thinking
you picked up on it. It's so funny. Yeah, we did not plan this. We no rehearsal here. So this is obviously a fragrance that's been around for a while. I've owned several bottles of it. I've actually had a bottle break on me.
Wow.
I used to keep it on the top shelf in my closet, fell off,
Pretty
broke
thick.
on me. It really is. And I like the color of the liquid on the inside too. Green, has particles floating around in it. I don't know what that's about, but I do enjoy the scent. And like I said, I had like 3 or 4 bottles of it. Funny enough, I also went to school with this kid. His name is Talib. And he also broke a bottle of Eternity in the classroom. And I remember it smelled like Eternity for like 2 weeks.
I can see that.
Yeah, that was 8th grade. I remember that.
I don't think I've ever owned it, to be honest.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
I kind of got turned... I've worn many Calvin Kleins throughout the years, but not this one for some reason. And I think I got turned off because I had a coworker who used to wear the female counterpart. And she bathed in it, and it was so gross, and we all were like... But nobody ever said anything because she was a nice girl besides that fact, but...
Right.
I just never had an interest in smelling the men's version.
Yeah, that's right. That typically does it too. You know, if you have somebody who douses themselves or over applies, and this is one of those fragrances. I think maybe because of the note of lavender that it is possible to over apply it. So this one was done by Carlos Benaim. It came out in 1990. Mastermind. The women's version came out in 1988, the year I was born, and that was done by Sophia Grossman. Okay. And that was kind of like a tribute to Calvin Klein's marriage.
Okay.
So this one has notes of like lavender, geranium, sandalwood, lemon, bergamot, maybe even lily, if I'm not mistaken. I know the women's version has lily and lily of the valley, but it's a pretty dense note breakdown, and it seems like the longer that a scent has been out, the more notes that, you know, are revealed online. And but when you smell this for the first time today, I mean, you've smelled this before today, but like when you smelled it again today after not having smelled it for a long time, you said you picked up on a lot of lemon. Yeah. Is that still the case?
No. It's got that lavenderish thing happening. That herbally thing that I don't overly love, to be honest. The first spray had a bright lemony kind of feel. Let me see how on your skin.
Yeah, of course. So this was like 15 minutes ago.
I gotta tell you, I'm not sorry that I never had a bottle.
Okay, no, and that's fair, right? So honesty is appreciated. I think for me personally, it's a nostalgic factor that really ties into my current emotions. So I had a family member, and he used to smell like this all the time. Okay. But I guess I was so ignorant and oblivious back in the day that I didn't know that it was him that actually smelled like this. I always thought it was his car. Okay. And he was staying the night at my house many years ago. And I remember seeing this body wash in my shower. And I was like, oh, let me use this new body wash, not knowing that it had belonged to him. He was just like staying over for the weekend or whatever. And when I smelled it, I'm like, oh, wow, that's what he smells like. And ever since then, I fell in love with it. And I don't know what it is, but my mother always bought Calvin Klein fragrances for me when I was younger. She bought Crave for me from Duty Free. When we were going to Greece one year, my very first fragrance was actually CKB. So
I used to own that. I don't remember it, but I used to own that one.
And what about CK1? Yeah, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah. It bothered me. I don't think I ever went to that bottle, but I did like CKB a lot.
I had CK1 long time ago. I still have the refrigerator magnet that came with it. But yeah, so it's been around for a long time. Personally, I do enjoy the smell. Like Carlos said, it has a bit of that lavender thing going on in there. It's one of those fragrances that, despite it having been around for a long time, I don't think it smells dated, but I do think it's an acquired taste. So if you're a fan of lavender, chances are you're going to like this one. It's not as strong as like Cologne pour un homme, but it's still in there. But I think it's blended in kind of nicely with the other notes, the sandalwood, the geranium. But, you know, you either love it or you don't love it, right?
And I'm in the don't.
Yeah.
Can't, sorry. Can't love them all, like I always say. You can't love everything.
And I really appreciate that too. I must say though that this is one of the most flankered Calvin Klein scents.
Is it?
I think it's second place. CK1 is definitely first place, and then this one is second place because they do have a summer version, and this year they even came out with a new flanker called Calvin Klein Air.
I've had an Eternity summer flanker. I've never had the original. I did have one of the summer flankers.
Yeah.
In the 90s or something.
And they do smell quite different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all in all, I think it's a nice scent. I think it's a pleasant scent. For me, it's not something that I would wear today, especially since I have so many fragrances in my rotation and I'm always wearing something new because I'm prepping for a review.
It's funny how into fragrance that we are. I had a doctor's appointment today and somehow it came up that I was a fragrance reviewer and he was a little tickled by it and he says, I've been wearing the same fragrance for 30 years. Polo Green.
Oh, wow. Still, huh?
For 30 years. I wonder if he's noticed that it's been reformulated since back in the day. Carl's been named also, right?
That is, yeah, that's true. It would be interesting to ask him that question, you know, just to see if people pick up on it. Like, especially those who have been wearing it for decades.
I never owned the Polo either. Green. Only blue.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Yeah. All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was our review of Calvin Klein Eternity, the 1990 classic. If you own or have tried, which I'm sure you have, this fragrance, please let us know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Also, I'm going to be leaving Carlos's information once again down below, so please make sure to check out his channel, subscribe to him, and please remember to enable notifications by clicking on that bell icon. This way, whenever we do put out new videos, it will get delivered straight to your feed, and you never have to worry about missing any content. Thanks again, everyone. Love you guys, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care.